Hello my friends, my name is Mohammed Naveed and in this lecture I am going to teach you be allowed to. So what is be allowed to? In order to learn be allowed to, we need to see the usage of be allowed to. So let's see the usage. So the usage is here when we talk about rule and regulation. When we talk about rule and regulation, this is the usage of be allowed to. Now it's time to see the structure of be allowed to. So the structure is here subject plus be is MR allowed to first form verb plus object. Now see the examples. So the examples of be allowed to are the first example is he is allowed to operate computer. He is allowed to operate computer. So definitely here we are talking about rule and regulation. She is allowed to ride a bike. She is allowed to ride a bike. That example we are talking about that she is allowed to ride a bike. So here we are also talking about rule and regulation. They are allowed to come late. They are allowed to come late. So here we are also talking about rule and regulation. So whenever we talk about rule and regulation, what we will use? We will use be allowed to. Now time see the structure of be allowed to. So the structure is here. First is subject. Subject means doer. Here we have he. Here we have she. Here we have they. So definitely these are what? These are subject. Then we have be. In the be what we have? We have is, am, are. If our subject will be singular, for example, if a subject will be he, she, or it, so definitely what we will use? We will use is. What we will use? We will use is. If a subject will be I, if a subject will be I, so what we will use? We will use am. If a subject will be plural, for example, we say that they, we, you can say definitely any plural. So what we will use? We will use are. What we will use? We will use are. So here you can see here that we have she, he, that's why we use is. Here we have she, that's why we use is, and here we have they, plural, that's why we use are. Getting me? Then definitely we will use allowed to, and then we use first form verb. As you know, how many forms of verb do we have? We have 4 forms: first form, second form, third form, and fourth form. Here we are using word first form. And what is meaning of verb? A word which is used to indicate the act is called verb. For example, if I say here eat, or if I say here sit, if I say here you can say dance, so these all words are defining what? These all words are defining act. So anyone will define act is called verb. Here we have operate, here we have ride, here we have come. Then definitely object. Object is very important. If for example if I say here he is allowed to operate, he is allowed to operate, but if I don't use computer, so you will confuse that he's allowed to operate machine, he's allowed to operate, you can say that crane or what. Definitely you're confused. As I'm saying computer or object, definitely you are no more confused. Here we have the example that she's allowed to ride. She's allowed to ride what? If I don't use object, so you will confuse. Here we have also example that they are allowed to. They are allowed to come. They are allowed to come what? They are allowed to come here. They are allowed to come late. They are allowed to come early. What? So the object is very important. Object is the meaning of the whole sentence. Getting me? So this was a lecture on be allowed to. I hope you've understood. For more videos, lecture and exercises, come to my website www.naveedplace.com. Allah fi amanla, and I will meet you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.